Okay, in this lesson I'm going to talk to you a bit about learning the notes on the fretboard. It is important to eventually be able to know where all the notes are on the fretboard. If we start off first of all with just the open strings, so if we start off with that bass string there and working down, we've got E, A, D, G, B and E. Now if you don't already know that, a good little way to remember it is remember this sentence. So elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Okay, so we've got elephants beginning with E and A, donkeys D, grow G, big B, ears E. Okay, let's have a look at the actual layout of the notes. Now it's important to understand what a whole step is, or a tone, okay, and a half tone or a half step. Okay, so let's have a look at a whole step or a tone first. So if we play a note there, a tone above that, we count up two notes, 1, 2. So there should be a gap, a fret gap between the two notes. So that's a whole step or a whole tone. Okay, and a half tone or half step is just like there's no gap in between. You're just going from one note straight up to the fret above like that. Okay, now so with that, bear that in mind. So if you have a look at the notes on that 6th string, we've got E. Now between E and F, it's a half tone space. Okay, so we've got E, and there's no gap in between straight to F. Okay, and that's the same between B and C as well. So it's a half tone gap between E and F and B and C, and everything else has got a tone gap between the notes. Okay, so let's go from that E, so then straight up to F, so half tone, then to G a tone, A a tone, B a tone, then between B and C, so half tone, then from C to D a tone, and D to E a tone. Okay, so E, F, G, A, B, C, D and E. Okay, now the notes in between those notes, we've got E, F, G. So that note there, if something sharp, say it actually moves up a fret. So if that note's F, F sharp would just be moved up like that. Okay, now if something's flat, it's like the opposite. So say that's G, G flat, you just move down a fret instead of that. So F sharp is the same as G flat. Okay, so let's go on to the 5th string now. Same kind of thing. So remember, it's only a half step between B and C and E and F. So we've got open A, going to the B, then half step to C, and D, D, half step to F, and G, and A. Okay, so we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And same kind of thing on the 4th string, but now we're just starting on D. So we've got D, E, half step to F, and G, A, B, and half step to C, and D, and so on like that. Now you're probably wondering why we're only moving up to the 12th fret on this. What it is, once you get beyond that 12th fret, everything just repeats itself. So that 12th fret itself there, if I play that note there on the top E string, on the 12th fret, that note is the same as the open string. Okay, just an octave higher. Okay, which means that note on the 13th fret is actually just the same as the note on that 1st fret, but just an octave higher. Okay, so yeah, work through the strings and try and kind of build up a mental picture of where all those notes are. And once you get that, a good little exercise to do is if you start off, say, with all the E's on that 6th string, okay, and then move on to the 5th string and play an E on that string, then the 4th string play an E on that, and then 3rd string, and 2nd string, 1st string, and so on. And then play all the F's. And then the G's. so on like that. So that really helps you kind of build up that mental picture of where all the notes are. Now if you visit my site www.phillewisguitar.com, you can actually print off a good quality kind of resource sheet to kind of help you along with that. So yeah, you'll definitely find that useful. So give it a go, and it does take a bit of time, so persevere with it, and I'll see you soon for some more lessons.